This is the third video on a series replying to comments on the question, who am I? There's one question here, why do you dress like that? Are you gay? In the video in question I dressed in a traditional Japanese kimono. That's what monks wear. So I'm sorry if I have to disappoint anyone here, but no, I'm not gay. Although at times it felt that I'm much more popular with gay people than with the girls, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, because, well, I'm not gay. Then the same question, the same person says, I don't see the point in the question, who am I? I don't, because I can't possibly ask it. And then there's another person commenting on that comment and says, the point is to try to answer that way you ask it. I think that comment, I don't see the point in the question, is a quite important observation. In the video that I posted before the session about 10 days ago, I said that probably everybody once in their life have asked themselves, who am I? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people who never asked themselves this question. And in that case, I think it's actually a complete nonsensical question. Because the only way it makes sense is to ask yourself. If you've never asked yourself from the first person perspective, it makes no sense. That's the mysterious thing about the question. If somebody asks you and you hear it from the second person perspective, like right now you see me looking at the camera and I say, who am I? And the answer I'm looking for is not written in my passport. Somebody might say, well, just look in your passport, look on your driver's license, you will find your identity there. That's not what I'm looking for. It's not this person I'm asking for. That's why it's so funny that this person should be asking the question. I'm not asking who's he, I want to know who's the true I. And that question obviously makes no sense when you look at me from the second person perspective, because the answer to the question is obvious. Well, that guy, he's asking. Only when you look at it from the first person perspective does it seem to make sense. If the question really has sense or not, I'm actually not so sure myself. Maybe Emil, who's making that comment, is right. Maybe it's an utterly nonsensical question, but how come? How come that this question then appears in my mind? And at times in my life it seemed to be really burning. Who am I? Who's asking this question? Where does it come from? There's a private email that I got. It's in German. I'll talk about that next. I'll cut here and